Hello and welcome back to the bunker building series. This weekend we're going to finish the roof. I promise you. So I would just like to take a brief moment to thank my Patreons who support the channel and help make these videos possible for you all to enjoy. Thank you. Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Bunker Building Project. If you are new to the series, we are constructing a German log bunker from the Second World War based on original building plans. In the previous episode, we did some major work on the roof and we almost finished installing the first layer of logs. It's now been raining for weeks and today is no exception. But anyway, the first order of the day is to finish where we left off and get that first layer of roof logs done. So we continued to hoist up logs and get them installed into place. The rain did not make things any easier. It made the logs slippery to handle and the roof dangerous to walk on. But finally, the last roof log was in place and we had reached another milestone in the build. The weather wasn't letting up anytime soon. In fact, it got even worse. Rain was pouring down as we kept on pushing forward on the build. We then started carrying 2x6 beams over to the build site. These will be used in the next phase of the build, creating the false roof. But first, we needed to source 2 huge 7-meter logs for the second roof layer. Luckily for us, this time the 6-wheeler was back in action. Now it was just a matter of getting this enormous 7-meter log up onto the roof. This log probably weighs in at roughly 80 to 100 kilos a meter. That's heavy.
Din høyre.
While the other guys were off sourcing another huge log for the roof, I began trimming down the first layer of roof logs to the correct length, using string and a 2x4 as a guide. And I think it turned out pretty good. Robin ripped down some more of the milled slabs for the bunk beds, while Peter and I did some finishing touches to the front of the roof, now with the big log in place going in the alternate direction. It's finally time to hoist the last and final log onto the roof. This one is also 7 meters long and is even thicker and heavier than the last one. We had to reposition the strap several times, and it took all 4 guys to inch this thing up there.
Yeah. Yeah, boy. Det var bra Italia, du kom hitover.
Okay, 1, 2. 1, 2. They're forbi. About an hour later, we finally got the log in place, close to its final position. But the final install will have to wait until the morning. Good night. It's day 2 and we are moving quite a bit of material over to the bunker today. It's hard work. Yeah!
Yeah!
The weather finally cleared up, and it couldn't have come at a better time. The tarps we put down a few weeks ago have held up surprisingly well and kept the bunker dry inside.
Ta den her og så går man til andre siden. Thank you. Så vidt. Hvordan ser det ut? Ser ut som det er lik avstand hele veien. Man lenger den veien. Lenger den veien.
I am eyeballing this, but also measuring the distance from the wall to the string at each end, just to be sure. I only have one chance to make this look right. Once I was happy with the spacing, I fixed the string tightly between 2 nails, one on each end, and placed the 2x4 up against it and nailed it down. I then removed the string and started cutting. Now that looks a lot better. Next, I knocked down some of the higher logs to accommodate the huge log from yesterday, while the rest of the guys continued humping more building materials to the bunker. Finally, the final roof log is in place. Now, here is another trick we used to make our fake roof look convincing. We used small pieces of wood to simulate smaller logs without using the full-length trees. This style of blockhouse or log bunker would have a multiple-layer log roof at the base in order to withstand mortar and light artillery fire. We want the same look, but don't want to cut down more trees than absolutely necessary. Therefore, we have come up with a solution: a fake roof. Let's get into it and I'll explain as we go. Here I am simply joining two pieces of 2x6s together to make it long enough, as we could not get the full length. We fortunately only need two of these long beams, one at the front and one at the rear. They will sit together with the two big logs. Here I am making another beam.
Det hørtes jo veldig riktig ut da. Ja.
733.
Det ganske godt.
We then constructed a frame using 2x6s between the two logs.
Yeah. The rain comes.
We are not going to insulate the false roof, but we drilled a few holes in the frame and in between the rafters to provide good airflow and circulation. I had to cut this log down quite a bit to get the correct height. It's all done freehand, which is a lot of work. You are probably thinking, what's up with this roof? It looks like crap. Well, this is where these short logs come into play. These logs, when stacked along here, will simulate the second layer of roof logs. They might be small, but they're flippin' heavy. Hopefully, this will look as good as we envisioned. But since it was late in the day already, we decided to get the roof decking done first and work on our grand illusion later, which turned out to be the right call as daylight was fading fast. As you can see, this is not a flat roof, but a slightly mono-pitched roof. There is a couple degrees of fall from the front to the back of the roof. Now let's get that roof boarded up.
Ja.
Det der får riktig side opp da. Ja, det riktig opp. Vi skal begynne å beregne noen ståldrag. Moderne diffusjonssett, unntaksbelegg med dobbeltklebekant, bla bla bla. Polyester armert.
Even though the weather forecast called for rain in the afternoon, we were blessed with good weather and we were able to get the roof boarded up. And as the light faded, we wasted no time in putting down the first protective layer of waterproofing material. The original building plans called for regular tar paper, but since this layer will be invisible in the end, we decided to go for something better that will last for years and years. This vapor barrier is waterproof, but also breathes at the same time, allowing dampness from the inside to escape.
Får vi løfte litt opp og så trekke den skikkelig mot deg? Hele driten liksom.
Tror du må dra den litt sånn den veien her.
Alle i bakkene.
Ja.
Everyone. Du kan ta med sikkerhetssaga. Nå er det i gang.
After a very long day, we were finally done. So I really hope that you enjoyed this episode of the bunker building series, and if you did, please hit that like button. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any future World War II related content. If you enjoy my videos and want to support the channel, please consider supporting me on Patreon and help the channel grow and keep the content coming. There's a link to my Patreon down in the video description below. That's all for now. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, auf Wiedersehen.